I like hugging trees to get rid of radiation. What's up? So, I was just hanging out with a friend of mine, and he had a little device that I'm going to have to add to my biohacker toolbox. It was great. It's the EMF detectors, and what they do is an EMF is an electromagnetic frequency, and that is essentially electronic radiation that is given off by electronic devices. So, I mean, even this very video camera that I'm holding right now is giving off EMF to some extent. But it was nifty. I mean, I've known about these little devices for years. They're a little bit bigger than a cell phone. They look like an old school, almost remote control, a little bit thick, but depending upon the model that you get. And so I've known about them forever. I've known about EMFs for some time. That's one of the reasons that I sleep with a grounding blanket. But just to be able to play with one of these things and see what kind of radiation is given off by various electronic devices is interesting. And not so surprisingly, the most interesting one, because I was at his apartment, one of the most interesting things was the microwave. So he's like, yeah, watch this, and he takes his device and he turns the thing on and starts the microwave up. And even at about 8 feet away from the microwave, the little meter is going wheel, 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 and it's in the red. And so he showed me some other things, and we walked over to his laptop, and he was showing how you put the you could put the detector right over the keyboard itself, and the thing was going nuts off the charts. But the screen, surprisingly enough, when you put it up against the screen, there was almost nothing radiating off that. And I had heard, and I actually had been putting into practice for the longest time, when I was using my laptop, to unplug the laptop. So you let it charge up, and you're supposedly exposed to less EMF when it is unplugged and just running off of the battery. And that, at least with his laptop, it proved not to be the case, and that when you unplugged it from the charger, it actually kicked up and went higher. And I'm assuming that that's probably because the laptop was no longer grounded out. So that thing was going nuts. And then I had to do my own little test, and that was I have like an iPhone 3. So I took the EMF detector and I put it next to my phone, and even just, you know, hitting your on button so the screen lights up, and it went nuts. I wasn't even making a call, but it was like wham, hitting up into the red zone once again. And even it took about, I had to hold the device about 4 inches away from the phone before the danger meter, we'll call it, went down. So just kind of a trip. It's adds more validity and makes you question how much one should really expose themselves to various devices. And even there was some study I was reading on PubMed that was talking about how parents who, well, more specifically the mother, but parents in general, who are exposing themselves to cell phones more, and laptops, and your iPads, and your Nooks, and your Kindles, and all that during pregnancy, are more likely to have kids with developmental issues, which kind of just stands to reason. But, you know, it just, don't keep your cell phones in your pockets, even if you are a guy or a girl, and do your best to unplug your Wi-Fi's, things like that at night. And yeah, don't sleep with your cell phone underneath your pillow. And of course, go out, have fun, take a walk in the woods, hug a tree, pet your dog. Take it easy. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.